Split, a defender-favored map, is a mixture of skinny hallways, underground tunnels, and complexes that overlook entire bomb sites. While attackers are going to be fighting an uphill battle on this map, quick rotations and coordinated assaults will easily give them the upper hand. Players will have to know many important locations and plenty of routes if they want to master the art of attacking on this map. A site is one of the more accessible locations attackers will be marching towards. There's a large number of areas attackers are going to need to be aware of when pushing in. Look for the bad guys at A ramps, A tower, A rafters, and A screens. From attack side spawn, head right into A lobby. This is your main connecting point to A and mid. Keep an eye on A sewers in case defenders try for an early flank. Pushing into A main, attackers will need to be aware of defenders playing aggressively in A main and in the top of A ramps. When pushing up into A main, be careful of players sitting on A rafters, below rafters in hell, and across A main inside of A screens. A main will be one of the more heavily contested areas on this side of the map due to the ultimate orb. If you find that charging straight into the site's a bit too difficult, try falling back and going up A ramps to take control of the high ground. Heading up into A tower, you'll probably hear it called heaven, from A ramps will be crucial for holding A site. Look for attackers at the back of the tower and to your immediate left when you enter near the ropes. Scanning the site from tower and rafters will easily let you pick up any stragglers. Agents that excel at pushing A site are the aggressive ones. We're talking Phoenix and Omen. Pushing into A main and A tower can be very dangerous, so Phoenix gives players a little bit of safety with curveball, blinding defenders, and Blaze to block the vision outright. Sort of in the same vein, Omen can use dark cover through walls to secure your ability to push, as well as paranoia to further disrupt the enemy's field of view. Attackers looking to lock down A site should maintain control over heaven, hell, A screens, and in A back, aka elbow. Defenders will generally attempt to retake the site through A main and A tower. Look for the rotation coming from A lobby, mid vent, and defender side spawn. Players should aim to plant the bomb on either side of the terminal in the center of A site. If planted on the front side, sit up in heaven and on the rafters for a clear view of the spike. If planted on the back side, look to hold from A back or the rafters. It's important to know that you can shoot through the terminal. A defusing defender could absolutely be caught off guard with some strategic wall spam. If the defense on A side seems unbreakable, attackers should look to make a quick rotation through A sewers to mid-bottom. Middle is one of the most important locations on the map. It connects both sites and offers both attackers and defenders a way to travel between the two effortlessly. Be careful. Key points to look for defenders are mid-mail, we call it mailroom, and mid-top. Also worth looking at mid-vent when peeking into mid. They might also play more aggressively in mid and push up to the quad box. Whether you're looking to take A or B, taking control in general and pushing through mid might be a better choice than just straight up running to the sites. Splitting up your team and sending a few players to take mid lets you pincer defenders on either side. Gaining the high ground and dividing up the enemy's attention can quickly swing things in your favor. Crossing middle into B-Link, Ramen, will let attackers make a less aggressive rotation towards the B lobby and the other site. The B site can be a little bit more difficult to push into A due to the entrance being a single, narrow tunnel. The locations that attackers should sweep before planting the spike are B back, B rafters, and B tower. Outside B lobby, attackers should look to play through B main to take the site. Defenders may play aggressively inside B main, as this is where the ultimate orb is. When peeking into the site, there's a number of angles you gotta check. B back, behind the wooden partition, and against the pillar in the middle of B site. Once inside, you'll be exposed to even more angles. Upon entering, check the box of the junk to your immediate left. Check on top of B rafters, check inside of B tower, also known as heaven, and check directly underneath that, called hell. While uncommon, you might find the odd defender playing inside of B alley. Similar to A, attackers want to push into B tower when looking to take control of the site. A couple of excellent agent choices for pushing into B are Breach and Brimstone. Breach can safely blind enemy through the walls with flashpoint and totally disrupt them with fault line. Brimstone can use sky smoke to cut off vision for defenders holding in B back, on the rafters, or up in heaven. Attackers should look for defenders rotating from mid-top and defender side spawn into B tower and B alley, or mid-bottom into B main. You want to set up inside of the tower, on the rafters, and in the back of the site to have an angle on any possible rotation. Look to plant the spike behind either the metal box or the stacked boxes. The metal box can only be spammed from the corners, and the latter can be spammed anywhere, and it limits the range of movement of any defender attempting to defuse. B rafters and B alley are perfect for keeping tabs on the spike if planted in either location. Split can be a very difficult map for attackers as they're forced through narrow hallways. However, with quick rotations and even quicker thinking, you can control the pace of the game and shake things up for the defenders. The map is your strongest weapon. Use it to your advantage and conquer.